I am Abdeldjelil Belarbi. I've been at University of Houston as a student for both master and PhD, and now I'm holding a distinguished professor position in the department in structural engineering. Because I was granted the scholarship from the Algerian government, they asked us to apply to as many universities in the US, because we didn't know how the system worked here then, right? So I applied to so many schools, and one of them was University of Houston, and the other one was Berkeley. There are others like Washington University, Caltech, and others. And I had about 10 acceptances to choose from. But my choice was either Berkeley or University of Houston. What happened is that when I was going to apply for visa, I had both Berkeley and UVage both in my hand with the J1 visa. And when I walked into the US consulate to apply for visa, I gave them UVage. The education that I get here put me on a path where I become an internationally renowned researcher. When people, they know me all over the world with my research. I work more to fight the corrosion. The corrosion in our infrastructure is what we refer to as the cancer of the infrastructure, and I try to find solution to that. When you talk about the design codes, it is not one person writing it. Usually they pull 50 to 60 people who are in a different areas with expertise. Because when you design a building, it's not just one thing, it's so many things, right? In terms of the bridge code, basically I'll just show them how to design the whole bridge using new materials, because they already know how to design using the conventional materials. So people, they always have that fear factor that when you introduce a new materials, whether we have tested, verify it, and it can hold. And I do that work here at University of Houston in my lab. I do all the assessment, I present my work, and they adopt it into the code. Very briefly, I remember when I was very, very, very young, before I close my eyes, I'm sleeping in my bed, I always told myself that I want to be a professor. I grew up in a farm. My father was a farmer, and at some point in his life, he wanted me to stop education and help him in the farm. So something happened in my family that my path have changed, and instead of becoming a farmer, I continued my education, dreaming to go to America, getting my education here and become professor here. So something that was meant to happen, and it happened. I think when I go to the classroom, one thing I tell the student the first day, I tell them I'm your professor, but I'm also your father. And you know what your father wants for you, so that's exactly what I want from you. And I tell them, if you get annoyed, I know that you get annoyed by your parents as well. So it's not gonna bother me, but I'm gonna push you to get the knowledge. So that is the style I take with me to the classroom. And of course, some students, they don't appreciate it, but they appreciate it afterward. I think my contribution to several areas, working with people, networking with people, empowering people with the new knowledge, helping students, those are the things that I feel so proud of. In my 34 years, I would say that roughly, if you take 100 students per year, that's about 3,500 students I have educated. And some of those people are very successful. Some of them are holding a very high position. Some of them, that they come even after 20 years and tell me that you've done this for me, that made me go through this path. Those are the things that really give me happiness. It's not an award or anything, is that human to human touch, and you know that you have impacted someone's life. Yeah, and I think those are the things that I really, feel good about. Good cooks.